Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Seth and welcome back to another video, folks. As you can see today, I am doing something different, and this is a game from Blizzard Entertainment. In case you haven't read the title, of course, this is the second installment in Diablo. So this is Diablo 2 that I will be playing. So, of course, this is a game that I played quite a while ago when I was a kid. I absolutely loved this, and of course I've been waiting for this version to come out. So this is the remastered version of Diablo 2. Now I have played Diablo 3. I liked it, but it didn't feel like a Diablo game. To me, this is Diablo. This is what it looks like. This is what it should feel like. Now don't get me wrong, Diablo 3 was a great game, but nothing compared to this. This is what got me into Blizzard games when I started playing Blizzard games. So I'm glad this came out, because it's actually kind of is perfectly timed. See, as I couldn't really actually play on ARC. Now I have tried to make some ARC videos and stuff like that and record and continue with the breeding on ARC, but unfortunately the sad truth is I keep getting disconnected from my server, and I have figured out what the problem was. The problem, of course, was the internet connection here. So what is happening is sometimes the internet drops, and it drops for long enough for the server to disconnect me from, or for me to disconnect from the server. However, at the same time, it still thinks that I am connected to the server. So of course, breeding in that time frame is not an option. Of course, I'm going to continue this when I get back home. In the meantime, I'm going to be enjoying this wonderful game. As you can see, I am going through the setup menu. This is the first time I'm looking at it, so hopefully everything works all right. If things are a bit loud, I will of course turn them down in the editing process. So we are treated to a cinematic. Let's see what the game has to offer. I do hope that it is as good as the old one. I hope nothing's majorly changed here. There we go, we have a cinematic, so I'm gonna kind of shut up here and let you guys enjoy this. I mean, it looks really good. Looks really good. You can tell they have redone the cinematic part of the game. Wow, okay. I like the facial details here.
So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer.
I am really liking the details on the cinematic. They look pretty nice.
I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the eastern gate.
And do you know what? Even the voice acting is pretty darn good too.
Oh, I fought sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here?
See, even the story of Diablo 2 is far better than that of Diablo 3. And it feels like a Diablo story, not a World of Warcraft. Don't get me wrong, guys. Diablo 3 was a good game, is a good game, without a hint of doubt. However, you can tell that some of the development team that work on, or have worked on World of Warcraft, have also worked on Diablo 3. And to me, it really resembled World of Warcraft far too much. And personally speaking, I like Diablo. I didn't really want a lot of World of Warcraft in there. I didn't want to feel World of Warcraft. Don't get me wrong, I played that too, but I love Diablo for what it was. So this is, like, even in the story, you can tell that it's its own entity, and I like that. Yeah, there's no World of Warcraft feeling in it so far, and I love it.
The destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the wonder?
Wow, that's pretty cool. I like it.
Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. And from that moment, we traveled together east. Always into the east.
There we have it, Diablo 2. I really hope that it lives to its memory, or my memory at least. So here we are, guys, with the character well, not creation, because you don't create a character, you choose a character or a class. So I'm quickly going to go through them. I want to see what each class is. I'm kind of tempted to go with the sorceress. It's a ranged class, and I do like the idea of magic. So we have here a paladin, and they all have their own animations. This guy is a druid, so it kind of reminds me of a Native American. We have here a barbarian, similar to a gladiator, I guess. And we have a necromancer. So this is a class I want to play, because this is one of the classes I played with when I originally played Diablo 2. Here we have the assassin, so melee class, and we have an Amazon. Yep, okay, cool. I think I am going to go for the sorceress, just because I want to play a magic class. They tend to have good ranged attacks. I need to think of a name for this particular character. Another one that I want to try again is the necromancer. Now with the necromancer, I know you can summon a lot of undead or a lot of creatures to actually help you, which is kind of tempting there. Paladin, barbarian, they're all melee classes. I don't know. Very tempted on the sorceress, if I'm honest. I might try the necromancer to see if it's the same thing as the way I remember it. And I think I might try a melee class. Maybe a paladin. I don't know. I'm guessing a paladin would probably have loads of heals. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. I haven't really played a paladin, but I think I'm going to be testing out all the classes in this game, even if it's off camera. Alright, so I've thought of a name for my sorceress. We're going to call her Serana, because why not? So it's basically, in my mind at least, the feminine version of Sauron, or Sauron. There we go. Ooh, this, you know what? It looks pretty good.
Stranger, I'm not surprised to see your
And we also have the text being voice acted. Definitely love that.
No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutgolain before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive then, I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
Okay, let's go and do some exploration. Let's find out what we have over here. So this is a stash. Okay, I remember what a stash is, so not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna basically be exploring the options, the menus and stuff like that, just to familiarize myself with. This is my inventory. Alright, that is fine. We have some scrolls here. Not quite sure what these do, to be honest, but I'll discover that. Here we have our character menu, or character stats. Now I'm going to focus heavily on mana and some health, but primarily on mana. That is where all the good. Oh, okay. See, I like this. I remember this. I used to use this map a lot. So this is a imposed map on top of the game. This is basically how the map works, and I kind of like that. It does kind of get in the way, but also helps at the same time. It's difficult to explain, but I like that. So we got a little portal right there, but it goes to nowhere because we haven't really discovered anything. Coming down this way. Did you want to talk to it? Oh yes, you did. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go down this way and we gotta find out what we have. So I'm also getting used to the movement here. It's similar to most games like this, but still has its own unique feel, if I'm honest. And you know what? I am looking at the environment, the menus, everything looks so beautiful. It's just the way I remember it, but better, because obviously the game that I played was very old, or is very old by today's standards, so it would probably be very pixelated, and it looks so pretty.
Has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it, but she turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last
that sucks for you, doesn't it?
are either dead,
Okay, well,
throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us.
Of course, we don't have a choice. I'm guessing this is one of the things I have to do. Now, I remember the game being, in terms of exploration, quite open, especially compared to Diablo 3, where it felt a bit more linear. The environments felt a bit more linear. I remember that there were like fields that were pretty decent in size that you had to explore and everything. So I'm looking forward to that. Definitely like the exploration element.
If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you.
Okay, so here we are. We are out and about exploring. We're killing some bad guys. I'm trying to figure out all the attacks. It's not that complicated, to be honest. There we go. Picking up some stuff. Obviously, we need some gear eventually. That's going to help us with everything. So there's this cave right here. Let's go inside it and see what's what. I'm not sure if this is the cave I'm meant to be in, but I understand. Yeah, I think this is kind of the cave we need to be in. Ooh, it's kind of dark. Okay. I mean, it is kind of light outside. Well, in the room at least. And this is quite dark, you know. I am actually squinting at the screen, so it's kind of good in that sense, I guess. It does recreate the feeling of a dark environment really well, especially for this type of game. So, okay, I'm gonna put some point into this right there. I'm gonna basically focus a lot and heavily, at least, on mana, and we want our mana to regenerate as quick as possible. So maybe that's another thing I'll be looking at, because obviously we are a spellcaster. We want to be fighting things at a distance. Ooh, dead rogue. Whoopsies. I kind of looted you, but hey ho. I mean, you won't be needing those, will you? Okay, we'll take that. Nothing in there. Alright, so we got some bad guys right here. I'm gonna try and pull them up the stairs. Oh, these guys. Right, so the guys with the staff thingamabob actually revive the dead goblins or whatever, demons. So, oh, there's a big thing coming towards me. I'm gonna need to run. I don't like the way that looks at me. It's looking really badly at me. Oh, it's giving me the evils. Can I take it out? Okay, here we go. Down it goes. Cool. I need to get this guy. Stop. Stay. Oh, I'm getting surrounded. Definitely don't want to be surrounded. I mean, I don't think these guys do that much damage, but being surrounded by these guys is probably going to hurt. So we need to try and funnel them in, and I have already run out of mana, which is kind of bad. So this is why we need a lot of mana. We need it to regenerate quickly. My character is not a melee character. Oh god, that guy's reviving him up again. Ooh, come here. Right, I got a couple of hits. Well, I've taken a couple of hits is what I meant to say. Oh, we got undeads coming this way. We're going up this way. We're going to whack you across the face. Go back to the stairs where we can funnel them. And try and take them out one at a time. See, this is what happens when you don't have enough mana. I'm trying to also time my shots and kind of mix my shots with melee hits so that I give my mana some time to regen. My health doesn't seem to regen, which is kind of interesting. Okay, so I have explored a lot of this cave by this point. And yeah, here we go. This is where we are at the moment. Do you know what I'd like though? I'd like the option to be able to zoom in a bit. I see why the camera is at this distance. You can actually hit targets at quite a distance with the fireball. Oh, was that it? Huh. Well, I have purged the Cave of Evil, which is good. That means probably, I'm guessing, that I have completed the quest, maybe? Is that it? Have I completed it? Well, I'm going to go out then. I'm going to go and see what the people in the village, town, encampment, whatever, have to say about this. I think this is what I was meant to do, and I haven't died yet, so that's pretty darn good, if you ask me. Okay, so...
you have cleansed the den of evil.
Of course we have.
You've earned my trust.
Aw,
And may yet
thank you.
restore my faith in humanity. Your
I mean,
reward
aren't
is
you
straight
human?
from the skill of your choice.
Fair enough. I mean, okay, never mind, no comment there. I guess the dialogues are probably very similar to the original game. Now let's have a look at what we can do with these skills. There's a lot of things I can probably put points into. However, I think the way I'm going to go about this is I am going to focus primarily on the fireball that my sorcerer came equipped with. I do like the range on it, so what I want to do is I want to make it as powerful as possible, so I want it to hit hard. And I did see a little thing with a little mana regen next to it, so I think those are the two things I'm going to primarily focus on. Because the fireball is pretty quick, it doesn't use up a lot of mana. Now if I get more mana in there and I can regen it really quickly, I should be able to be quite efficient at hitting targets pretty quick, so my DPS should be pretty high, especially if I can up the damage on the fireball. And I think that's my plan. I might mess about with other abilities, but for the time being it's these two abilities at the top that I'm going to focus on. We definitely want a mana regen. That's quite important. So I'm gonna go down this, well, up this way actually. When I said down, I was thinking up. Let's see. Ooh, hey, she wants to talk to us. I know there's a vendor here, so we're gonna go and check him out, see what he has to offer. Somewhere around here. Nope. So I am still memorizing the village.
Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. I know you're here to challenge the evil that's driven us from our ancestral home. But know this, Akara may be our spiritual leader, but I command the rogues in battle. It will take more than just killing a few beasts in the wilderness to earn my trust.
Hey, what can I say? You're a lady with high standards, eh?
An abomination in the monastery graveyard. Apparently, Andariel is not content to take only our living. Bloodraven, one of our finest captains in the battle against Diablo at Tristram, was also one of the first to be corrupted by Andariel. Now you'll find her in the monastery graveyard, raising our dead as zombies. We cannot abide this defilement. If you are truly our ally, you will help us destroy her.
I mean, I hope she has good loot. I'll do it for that. And, of course, it's part of the game. But, hey-ho. I mean, if I have to, I guess, I might as well go and do it. I don't really know where I'm going, but... yeah, I think I'm alright for here, so I'm going to head out. As I said, I have no idea where I'm going. I think I'm going to follow this wall over here, this side. And just kind of go around this way. And okay, there's a rogue here by the looks of it.
Beyond lies mortal danger for the likes of you.
I really don't like that sound. It sounds really bad, that.
Rogues in the wilderness ahead are not to be trifled with.
Is this something you say because I am terribly underleveled and underskilled for it? Or is it just some sort of dialogue to put me off it? Well, we'll find out anyways. I don't know if this is the way I'm supposed to be going, but I might as well test it out. Okay. I just try to remember where I'm at, what I need to do. Ooh, hey, we got loads of these guys. They should be easy to take out. That's fine, fine, fine. So nothing too terribly dangerous this way. Yet, at least. I want to get that respawn NPC. Ooh, hey. We have a lady with a spear. That's pretty bad. Whoa. Whoa. We're getting loads of bad things. No, I don't want to get hit by the... Oh, they actually hurt, you know. Oh, time for me to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Uh-oh. I'm gonna run away and try and do this. Dude, that really hurts. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, my lord. I'm gonna need to heal right now. Okay, we're going this way. We're trying to fan them out and take them out at a distance. Oh, hey, she's helping. That's kind of good. That kind of gives me a bit more confidence here. Okay, so I've basically discovered and concluded, after checking my quest log, that this is indeed the way I'm supposed to be going. So even if I am underleveled, I don't really have much of a choice. I'm guessing that was a elite group of mobs that I was dealing with, because they were hurting pretty bad. Or maybe there was a boss among them, I don't know. Or a mini boss maybe, because that I mean, this is not that terrible right now, but that group was very terrible. Right, okay. So this is how far I've managed to get so far. I don't have any clue as to where I'm going. I don't remember what things were. I mean, it was mid-90s when I played this game, so I don't remember a thing anymore. So, do you know what? So far, the game's really good. I am abso-freaking-lutely loving it. It's just as good as I remember it, even better because the graphics, of course, have been updated, and it's got dialogues, and it's got all sorts of little wonderful things and treats compared to the old one. But this is what Diablo should be. This is what I remember it feeling like. Again, I'm going to make reference to Diablo 3, which is a good game. I'm not going to doubt that. But it did not feel like a Diablo game. It could have been called something else, but not a Diablo game. This is a Diablo game. This is what I remember. This is what I loved about it. And you know what? I'm loving this game so freaking much right now. I still feel very novice-like in it. There's a lot for me to remember about this game. And I guess the best way to remember stuff like that is by rediscovering them, but I'll get there eventually. But this is what I remember about the game. This is what I loved so much about it, which is why I was so disappointed with Diablo 3. And I'm glad that they made this. And you know what? The best bit is you can actually play with friends and do online co-op and stuff. So I'm looking forward to the online version. Unfortunately, there's no point in me doing this here. I just would end up getting really frustrated with the bad internet connection. But when I get back to the UK, I'm definitely looking at playing with some friends and having some fun with this game, because it's so freaking addictive. It's so beautiful. I love it. And here's the other thing. I was just thinking as I'm playing in certain sections, I would have loved to have streamed this and actually share this with you guys live. But unfortunately, again, the disappointment of that would be too real if I were to do it from here. So you know what, I'm glad I can make a video on it and that I can share this game with you guys in this manner, because I mean, if you like games like this, definitely pick this up. Now, I did buy the full expansion pack. I think it was like £60, but so far I'm happy with my investment, because I know I'm going to get a lot of hours out of this. Of course, Diablo being a very grindy game, so there's a lot of grinding involved if you want to get the latest, greatest gear that the game has to offer. It's a lot of repetition, basically. Now, there are some interesting staffs here that I could pick, but they're really expensive. I mean, they're ridiculously expensive. I'm looking at upgrades. Obviously, one of the very important things here in this kind of game is to continuously upgrade your gear, so that it does help you both from an armor perspective, but as well as help you with additional stats and attributes and things. And because we are a mana user, that is what is going to be important to us. We want things that either help us regen mana quicker, deal damage higher as a spellcaster, or give us more mana, or stuff like that. We basically want it to sort of sync up with what our character does. Unfortunately, I haven't really seen anything of interest, and the staffs. Very, very difficult, that one. The staffs that I've seen there are quite expensive. I don't know if I'll ever get that amount of money. So this is the stash box right here. So I'm going to start stashing some things. I do know that later on in the game, I'm going to need a lot of health potions and a lot of maybe mana potions. And I noticed that there's 4 tabs there, so maybe that's kind of interesting. those are shared stashes. So does that mean that all other characters have access to that? I'm not quite sure. We'll find that out, but of course that will be later on. I'm going to end this video right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I am planning on doing a couple of episodes for this. I might even look at the possibility of doing some guides and tutorials for this, because this is a great game, and I'm so freaking happy that this game exists in this version, and that Blizzard have decided to remaster it like this. It looks just as good or better than the original game. It feels like the Diablo game that I played, and I'm absolutely loving this game for what it currently is. But that is it for this video, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and until next time, stay safe, folks.